Extreme weather in GTA 6. How far will Rockstar really take it this time around in this newest installment? That's what we're going to be getting into in today's video. Real quick, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome on in. Please consider subscribing to Project Vice, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Also as well, real quick, please consider subscribing to Vice Clips, my new GTA 6 channel. Any support is greatly appreciated. Link is in the description below. Other than that, guys, let's get straight into the video. So first we need to understand what we officially know from Rockstar in terms of extreme weather in GTA 6 so far throughout the leaked footage and files, trailer 1, 2, and the screenshots. And with each individual extreme weather condition, we're going to look at also what we don't know and have some fun speculating and theorizing on what Rockstar may potentially include. Coming up first, we have hurricanes. Now, hurricanes are like storms with violent winds, in particular a tropical cyclone like in the Caribbean, and is usually accompanied by rain, thunder, and lightning. Now, in trailer 2, there was one scene that showcased Lucia, Jason, and his friend Cal in a bar in Key Lento, and there was some signage to the right that read Hurricane Roxy was this strong, technically making this our first direct confirmation that hurricanes are seemingly going to exist in GTA 6. In what capacity, we don't know as of this moment, but it is really cool to see that this is our first direct confirmation. Now, I think it is worth questioning, will hurricanes be scripted events like mission-based with Lucia and Jason, or will they be dynamic gameplay features that occur naturally throughout the game's world? Could they temporarily alter the map, flooding streets, damaging structures, knocking out power, and destroying natural environments like palm trees? Seeing that GTA 6 is set to take place in the tropical climate conditions of fictional Florida, it's a no-brainer for this to be included. This state is notorious for being hit by hurricanes more so than any other state within the US, and on average, residents experience about one hurricane per year. So I really would not be surprised if this is either part of story missions with Lucia and Jason, perhaps maybe major plot points triggered by catastrophic weather such as hurricanes. Maybe as both of them we have to escape during a category 5 hurricane within Leonida. How crazy would that be? Perhaps they could just be random events that occur throughout the game's world at a certain point in time. Hell, it could even be a live event in GTA 6 Online. How awesome would this be? Maybe only last for a temporary amount of time before resetting back. Or how about even radio stations or news networks such as Weasel News reporting about incoming storms and NPCs reacting to that in real time. Up next we have tornadoes. Now, differently to hurricanes, tornadoes are violent winds that are extremely dangerous, which can cause massive destruction and fatalities, flattening buildings and tossing heavy objects. This extreme weather condition is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Now, there is no direct confirmation of tornadoes appearing within GTA 6 through the trailers and screenshots. However, there could be some dynamic weather events that could include tornado-like phenomena. I personally think this may be the most difficult extreme weather condition for Rockstar to implement, simply because of the fact that they do cause significant amounts of destruction of buildings and various structures. Now, unless there is going to be some type of destructible building environment or something along those lines where Rockstar maybe includes a scenario where this plays out within a mission or some type of random event, then I could see this happening, but I do think it's unlikely during free roam, unless it is part of a scripted event. But for the moment though, let's just have some fun with it and speculate and think about the potential of actually seeing this in game. They'd likely be quite rare, high impact events that would make them feel quite cinematic and surprising, and making it an unreal experience for players to come across. Less than a year ago, a Rockstar job listing went live on the Rockstar Games career page, which had a brief description of the role saying dynamic weather simulation and real-time environmental interactions. Could this be pointing to tornadoes or perhaps maybe another dynamic weather event? I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Up next we have electrical storms, otherwise known as thunderstorms, one of the most common extreme weather conditions. Now, without anything necessarily officially confirmed, I mean, it's pretty much all but confirmed that we are going to be seeing thunderstorms, electrical storms being featured within GTA 6, considering every past Rockstar Games title within the Red Dead and GTA franchise has been integrated within each respective game. Now, it's most likely going to be the case that Rockstar is going to enhance the electrical and thunderstorms much more so in terms of the overall experience when we are in game. And we're likely going to be seeing fully volumetric clouds like Red Dead 2, which is going to give us those 3D cloud structures with depth, shadowing, and dynamic movement. And how is this going to further affect the overall experience when we are traversing through Leonida and Vice City? It's most definitely going to improve the overall experience quite a fair bit. In Red Dead 2, you could only really traverse on a horse for majority of the time. Only one mission that you were actually up in the sky, and that was a hot air balloon mission called Icarus and Friends, where you travel to the Sisika Penitentiary. This was the first time where you actually go through volumetric clouds. So imagine this, in GTA 6 for the first time, flying a plane through these volumetric clouds during an electrical thunderstorm is most certainly going to be a surreal experience. Imagine taking flight in a massive airline jet during a thunderstorm. Could be absolutely insane. It would most certainly add tension, and I'm sure your controller would be vibrating quite a fair bit as you have to try and navigate through the difficulties of turbulence and the overall extreme weather condition. Come up next, we have flash flooding. Now this typically occurs when there's constant, rapid, heavy rainfall and is seen most commonly in flat, low-lying city streets like Miami and South Florida. Now we haven't really seen anything confirmed in any of the screenshots or the official trailers by Rockstar. There was some puddles in one shot within trailer 2, as you can see here, and some ray trace global illumination reflections. But other than this, nothing else that would be necessarily considered flash flooding or just floods in general. Now a quick Google search does tell us that Miami does experience flash flooding due to heavy rainfall, particularly during the summer rainy season, and is also vulnerable to flooding from sea level rise and king tides, with persistent heavy rains causing significant property damage and infrastructure issues. Now seeing flash flooding occurring at this level is more likely than seeing it at this high level, which I think is quite unlikely that Rockstar is going to include something like this unless it is part of a mission or something along those lines. And this is because it would present so many challenges, making it virtually impossible for players to progress through the world and through missions. With each Grand Theft Auto installment, Rockstar typically balances realism with fun and playability, so flooding is usually high enough to be a hazard, but low enough for vehicles to still move, like I showed earlier. Up next, we have waterspouts. Now, I had no clue exactly what this really was until I searched it up. Apparently, it's a tornado that forms over water, not necessarily on land. Now, based off trailer 1, we actually do have official confirmation that waterspouts are going to be a part of GTA 6 to some degree. And that is seen within this helicopter Weasel News camera shot, where it says down below, Leonardo Man sucked up in waterspout demands a city buy him a new suit. It's most certainly official environmental world building and is most likely a random event that you probably come across. By Rockstar including waterspouts in GTA 6, it firmly places us in fictional Florida's tropical identity alongside hurricanes, heavy rain, and lightning storms. And that does bring us to the end of this video. It would be really interesting to see how Rockstar really goes about it with this time around in GTA 6, considering a lot of the rumors, leaks that we've heard about dynamic and extreme weather conditions being part of GTA 6. And I think one of the most highly requested ones is hurricanes being part of the game. I think a lot of people really do want to see that, considering the climate, fictional Florida, Leonardo that we are in. I'd say it makes the most sense. The question is though, how will these extreme conditions actually affect gameplay, story, and immersion when we finally step into Vice City and Leonardo for the very first time? And I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. But if you guys went on to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing to Project Vice, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Also as well, quick reminder once again, please consider subscribing to Vice Clips. The link is down in the description below. Any support is greatly appreciated. But other than that, make sure to stay safe. Have a great day, and I am out.